What's up, Betting Edge Wizards? Well, I contacted Dave Johnson today, the head odds maker at wagerweb.com, and we talked about the future odds exposure on the Super Bowl. Now, listen, bookmakers set future odds after the previous season's Super Bowl for the upcoming season. The lines are left open during the offseason and then readjusted during the year after each week's games. As a result of the activity during the season, a savvy bettor can take advantage of a weak line and create some serious exposure for the sportsbook. This year, Dave Johnson has what we like to call some serious exposure. And here we go. March 1st, 2011. Giants odds to win the Super Bowl open at plus 1,800 or 18 to 1. This means a $100 bet on the G-Men would pay $1,800 if they win the Super Bowl. WagerWeb.com rode very little action in the offseason at this number, 18 to 1. Let's jump ahead a few months to the season to see the week-by-week movement. Week 1, G-Men lose 28-14 to Redskins. Ouch, monsters. Odds jump to plus 3,500 or 35 to 1. Week 2, a 28-16 win over the Rams. Things that make you say, odds stay at plus 3,500. Week 3, 29-16 win over the Eagles. Here we go. Odds drop to 2,200. And week 4, a 31-27 win over the Cardiac Cards. I believe with Jake the Snake Plummer at quarterback. The odds drop even further to plus 2,000. Week 5, 36-25 loss to the Seahawks. Can't bet against Pete Christmas Carol. Odds rise again to plus 3,500. Then week 6, a 27-24 narrow win over the Buffalo Bills. Remember, no one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. Odds drop to plus 3,000. Week 7, the bye. Odds stay at plus 3,000. But don't forget the bye of the ball and the lead with under 2 minutes to go, only to blow to the end, and the game ended a tie. Week 8, 20-17. Win versus the Finns. Odds drop again to plus 2,500. Week 9, 24-20 win versus the Pats. Odds drop huge to plus 1,500. Reflecting things to come later in the season, maybe. The G-Men are 6-2 at this point and looking very good to make the playoffs. Plus 15 to 1 has very little value. Now this is where it gets interesting. Week 10, a 27-20 loss to the Fighting Jim Harbaughs. Odds rise to plus 2,000. Week 11, a 17-10 loss to the Eagles. The odds rise back to plus 3,500. And the Eagles look like the team that is going to win the NFC East. Week 12, a 49-24 beatdown to the Saints. Total blowout gobblers. Odds rise to plus 6,000. At this point, most people would never invest money in the G-Men. However, a few sharp players at WagerWeb.com saw a lot of value. They knew the division was still in disarray and there was no clear-cut leader. The G-Men still had a strong shot to win the division and get to the postseason. And we all know once you get in, it's a whole new season. We saw it last year with the Pack barely getting in and needing the Lions to beat the Bucks on the last Sunday of the regular season to make it. And we all know what happened after that. And it was the same this year with the G-Men. According to Dave Johnson, at plus 6,000, WagerWeb.com took 7 bets totaling $1,340 at that plus 6,000 number. What does that mean? What will happen if the G-Men win the Super Bowl? WagerWeb.com will have to pay out $1,340 times 60. That is $80,400. My God, believe in the dream. Let's take a look at what happened the rest of the season for the G-Men. Week 13, 38-35 tough loss to the Packers. The odds dropped to plus 4,000. Why did they drop? The G-Men lost, but they played tough, and the playoffs were still very much within reach. However, the damage was done. The 7 sharp players who saw some life and value at plus 6,000 or 60 to 1 had made their bets and were licking their chops waiting for the playoffs. Week 14, 37-34 win versus the Cowboys. Odds dropped to plus 2,500. Week 15, a 23-10 loss to the Skins, which was where I thought the G-Men were done, for which is the case when you lose to Sexy Rexy most of the time. Odds jumped to plus 3,000. Week 16, a 29-14 win against the Jets in a virtual Hogan. Odds dropped to plus 2,500. Week 17, 31-14 win versus the Cowboys. Odds dropped to plus 1,800 as the G-Men lock up the division and the playoffs on the final NBC Sunday Night Football game of the regular season. So after 17 weeks, the odds are right back where they were in the preseason with very little value. However, there are 7 very lucky shop bettors out there who have risked $1,340 total dollars to win 80 grand. What are the odds now after 3 playoff wins? Right now, you can bet $100 to win 120 if the Giants win. Or you can sit back, watch the game, and root for those 7 guys who can cash 80 grand this week at wagerweb.com. Next year, if you watch the Betting Edge, that might be you. I know for Dave Johnson, he'll have his Patriots jersey on this week and a case of Sam Adams lined up. For the Betting Edge, I'm Dan the Man. Till next time, believe in the dream. And don't forget to sign up for Insider now. Get all the 2-star free plays all season long, no charge whatsoever.